More action coming up from the men's competition. That's all from us here.
Well, what heartbreak for Uruguay at the hands of Germany. A tight affair, that group, and it is still all to play for here in this matchup between Jamaica and Zimbabwe. The Crocs versus the Cheetahs. And both these teams know that only a victory will do to put them in contention of bagging one of those third place best finisher runners-up spots, as it were, and securing a quarter-final berth.
Yeah, both teams on the hunt for a win. So critical. Which team can come out on top, be able to right some wrongs from the earlier games that they played against. Jamaica have been struggling to find some rhythm in their attack with only one try. Seen some lovely sparks from Zimbabwe. It's all to play for. Both trying to get the W next to their name and an opportunity to try and fight for that third place.
Well, here we go. The Cheetahs are super hyped to be in this competition. Primarily made up of local lads. They've been in the Cheetahs training camp. Just three playing their rugby outside the country and desperate for a win, desperate to take themselves to the quarterfinals, putting them in contention for that World Series spot. But Jamaica, they're coming off the back of big tournament experience. They're at the Commonwealth, they're off to the World Cup, and they're off to the races here right now.
No, move away.
Breakdown infringement means that Josh Christie gets on his way. Big clear out coming. Mason Caton Brown, I beg your pardon, wearing 12.
Just rushed in there, came off his feet. Often when a player gets isolated, you're desperate to get there. It gives Zimbabwe the possession back.
Well, here they come, Zimbabwe. Putting a bit of width on it. Looking to explore that 15-metre channel. Well, that's good muscular defence from the Crocs. Retained by this Zimbabwe side, but they find the edge, they find the right flank, and they find one of their real speedsters. They drop the hammer, they score the opener, and that was clinical from Zimbabwe.
Mark. You have 30 seconds after the try.
Yeah, superb work, just really keeping your width. I'm not sure Jamaica knew that they had another man left on the outside there. It's Tanawu, just pins his ears back. Still got plenty of work to do and lots of cover coming across, but that will really settle Zimbabwe. Bit of a loose pass initially, but lovely textbook ball there, straight out in front, doesn't have to break his stride. Jamaica will be disappointed with that.
Well, Tanawu, the youngest in the team, certainly looks the brightest and fastest in the team. He's going to get another opportunity right from the kickoff. Ruthless from the Cheetahs. Nigel Tanawu, 2 tries in 60 seconds. The perfect start for the African nation.
Absolutely, just being, so brutal at that restart, challenging in the air, forcing some errors and being there ready to pounce on the ball. And like any good winger, where are they? In a bit of space. And Nuaru doesn't need much more asking to finish that off. But yeah, just superb work. Even with the lift, he gets up, contests for the ball. Turner can't hold on to it. And Nuaru's in for a second.
Another steepling kick high into the Santiago skies, and contest that Jamaica come away with. Brilliant tackle, hard hitting into the side, and there's a player in trouble off the back of it.
Time is off.
Attention immediately onto the field. Safety, the concern.
Yeah, I think because he was going so fast on the outside and the sheer force of falling at the ground. Great tackle right around the lower body.
Well, a shuddering hit into the side of Mason Caton Brown. I think that he hit his head on the floor as he went to ground. It's hard-wearing ground, this, under the sunny skies of Santiago. So all the concern with Mason Caton Brown right now, coming off the back of the Commonwealth Games, the Rugby League convert, big player for this Jamaican side. So certainly all in the Estadio Santa Laura, wishing him the best as we see representation from all the fans. There's a Japanese jersey in there. We've just seen the Germans, they'll be over the moon with that last gasp win over Uruguay. And it looks to me that that's a bit of the hometown faithful. The Chilean fans enjoying this, what feels like a, not quite meteoric, but it is some rise for Chile as a nation right now in rugby, having qualified for the France World Cup, and their men's team doing very nicely indeed here at the Challenger Sevens.
Absolutely. There were scenes last night of young kids by the railings cheering on Chilean women going out. And now we've got some dancing going on. Interesting warm-up. Yeah, it's a great occasion, isn't it, for Chilean fans. The story so far is Zimbabwe have been really clinical with the few opportunities that they've had. They've kept their width, being able to move the ball to the outside.
Round of applause goes off in acknowledgement of Mason Caton Brown, who's departing the field
We're okay.
under the guidance
Yeah.
of expert medical attention. So
Side. Here.
all of us wishing
Okay,
a
no.
speedy recovery
Same side. That's right.
for the Jamaican
Brown.
number 12.
Bind.
So we restart play with a scrum. The captain, O'Shea Needy,
Stay.
2 World Series events to his name, gets the ball in, fishes it out, and sends the Crocs on the hunt for a try. Nice line through the heart of the defence. Oscar Clayton, that was.
Well.
Just getting tripped round the ankles. More good probing play down the flanks from the Crocs.
Move back.
Been on the World Series this year, featuring on the Spanish legs. This is a youthful team. Oscar Clayton again in the fray. A lot of the old stagers for these Crocs, the likes of Conan Osborne, Gareth Sapani, Rodri Adamson, not in the mix this weekend. Testing out youth. And Clayton
Backwards.
just about finds his man. Along with a bounce as well. Speaking of bounces, Fabian Turner
Play.
sits down.
Stand up.
One of the would-be Zimbabwean attackers. This is great continuity from the Crocs. They've been in possession for a long time, and Cam Melville puts his head down and tries to charge
That's okay.
through the heart. A big contact, big collisions. Still, we find ourselves in the Jamaican half. Pressing defence from the Zimbabweans.
Number 2.
And eventually,
It's yellow card.
Kudzai Mashawi is sent to the bin for a high shot.
Scrum. Yellow.
And they can all take a breath. That's 7 whips of the pitch. It's good to see Jamaica being able to string phases together. Great passes. Just see the shoulders too high. He knows it. As soon as he makes the hit, he's already turning to run to the sideline. He knows he's got his timing and his body height wrong.
No. Move 5 meters.
And now
or
this
stay
gives a
here.
real big opportunity for Jamaica
meters.
to strike
Thank you.
and get on the board.
Crowns.
You have to commend the defensive set there from Zimbabwe. The work
Move.
rate.
You go down and you go up. Okay. I'm out. Let's play again.
So Mashawi spending a couple of minutes on the naughty step. The high shot known as a bit of an enforcer for the Zimbabweans, but too much muscle and too much height, not the might that was the problem in the tackle. That is brilliant play to unlock the Zimbabwean defensive tackle off the ball.
Player without the ball.
No doubt about that.
Scrum. Yellow.
I really like Edie. Just looks really electric. Not sure what way he's going to step, which really confuses the defenders, but he does a lovely little drag to put the man through the hole. Just unfortunately gets tackled without the ball.
Are you okay?
But that's the spark we want to see from Jamaica.
Time is on. Number 5, yellow. Subs. 5 yellow. The time keeps off.
Jack Rampton taking some time out. Jack Rampton,
No. That's right.
a man who
We are all
all the Jamaicans are very excited about, talking to the Jamaican captain who's injured, tore his pec off the bone at the Commonwealth Games. Conan Osborne described him as genetically designed for sevens.
Set.
Jack Rampton,
Stay.
he takes a break and Edie gets the ball. Well, he pretty much passes it to himself through the legs. Referee says play on, and we will, and we'll flash left, and we'll find space, and we'll find pace in the boots of Fabian Turner. Lovely strike play, and the Jamaican Crops snapping at the Zimbabwean scoreline.
That's exactly what they needed just before half-time, and to capitalise on that extra man that they've got. But what about the wheels from Turner? Just turns it on. Still got work to do to finish defeating the outside man. But the pass from the midfield allowed him not to need to break his stride.
So
Lovely here, just low, just feeds it on the outside of the defender, so the ball beats the defender, and there's no catching Turner from there. They'll go into half-time with some confidence from that.
Well, a funny old half that comes to a conclusion with Jamaica trailing Zimbabwe 5 points to 12. You see the message being dished out there in the Jamaican huddle. Very, very player-led side, these Jamaicans. They've seen a churn of coaches over the years, such as the way the programme has been designed. Serevi, the great Serevi, the king of sevens, has been in there helping them in a consultancy role, but unavailable for the Commonwealths, unavailable for the Challenger Series, so a real group effort with Houghton Campbell stepping in for this event to be the main management leader. Zimbabwe, who started the brightest with those 2 Nigel Sianawo tries, but with the aid of a yellow card for a high shot from Zimbabwe's Mashawi, the Crocs find themselves on the board and aiming for high peaks, quarterfinals to be precise. A third place finish, a win in this match could, with a few other factors in play, such as the performance of other sides and points difference, see one of these sides sneak into the quarterfinals.
Offside.
Well, Aaron Lowe gets us underway, and immediately play will be brought back to the centre line. The chasers in front of the kicker. An elementary error from the Jamaicans.
Yeah, it's always a coach killer, that one. Just gifts the ball back.
To knock on.
Switch in the middle and knocked on.
Knock on white, after knock on yellow. We'll have a scrum for yellow.
Bit of a nervy start from both teams, knowing how tight this is, this game. Just error on error.
It is the mark.
Well, the sights of the hulking frame of Josh Christie coming into the peripheral, just forcing Zimbabwe to take their eye off the ball.
Bind. Sit.
That'll do nicely for Jamaica. And that won't do. On their own scrum, giving away a free kick.
No, yep.
Silly errors to open this second half. That is a big sit down.
It's a knock on wide.
More handling errors, quite scrappy at the moment. Both sides really fighting for a foothold.
Yeah, both just forcing it at the moment. Probably didn't need the back door, probably could just move it a little bit earlier, but they seem to be wanting to drag Jamaica and then do the little cutbacks. See what he's trying to do there. Just needs to push the ball through to his man.
Bind. Sit.
Edie, so often the spark for this Jamaican side. Goes on a little wander. Good, that is beautiful feet from the captain. You love to see it. Zimbabweans chasing Edie's shadow. And here we go. Is that the impetus? Oh, slightly errant pass, asking too much of Christie, but still the Crocs come. Lovely offload from the floor. Here's Edie. We've seen his footwork already. A slight of hand.
And offside.
Knock on into another Jamaican player in front. It's an offside. Zimbabwe looking to pick off a disorganised Jamaica.
Release. No one.
Well, numerically disadvantaged out here on the left, so they put a switch in and bang off the left foot. That was too easy, wasn't it? But the hat-trick man, Nigel Tinawo, won't care a jot. 3 touches, 3 tries, that's what the boy does.
Absolutely, he's showing us that he can do it on the outside, but he's also got footwork and come through the middle of him as well. Just notice this little change of tactic. They're looking to drag Jamaica across and then switching their players back in. But a lovely little step on the outside there.
Subs.
It's Christie that he just leaves for dead.
White, 7, and number 8. Subs.
Yeah, lovely little
Yellow
step
number
off his
4.
left foot. Certainly a danger man for Zimbabwe. Rounding off a hat-trick so far.
Zimbabwe putting themselves in prime position
12
to advance from
Time is on.
Group B as a 3rd place runner-up. Is certainly not guaranteed. You need a PhD in pool permutations to say with any certainty of who's going through. It is tooth and nail in all these pools. If you win 2 matches, you're guaranteed of heading through, but if you're looking to sneak through the 3rd place back door, then you need wins and you need points as well.
Yellow. Release yellow.
And Jamaica are chasing both.
Yeah. Number 2. It's a yellow card. Wait.
Such a shame there, just seeing a bit of pace on the outside, but the touchline is never your friend in sevens. Only defensively. Fraser just needed to step back in if he knew he wasn't going to get all the way round. Just gives back the ball to Zimbabwe. Can't muck about with the ball and slow it down because it's now resulted in Jamaica having a yellow card as well.
Good fight from Zimbabwe to keep the ball alive and get up and take a few more steps. Slings it right, lots of space, tired defence. And Magaramombe does the rest. Points to the sky. He says, we're still here, we're still fighting, we want this quarter-final. And with an added conversion, they're up to 26.
Yeah, great finish we talked about earlier, holding that width. But lovely little step in, just keeping the ball alive, but being really strong, not giving up.
Number 1, yellow.
Magaramombe. One side of the pitch they've got threats, but they've also got threats on the other side of the pitch as well. Again, It's coming all from Jamaica's errors, gifting the ball back, then giving away a penalty, yellow cards, and then it just stresses you defensively and you can't recover. And Zimbabwe are capitalising on all the mistakes that Jamaica are making at the moment.
So back onto the field comes Jack Rampton. Looks like Cam Melville has made way for Jamaica. Jamaica are going to be making way from this competition in terms of the quarterfinals, in terms of chasing that golden ticket to be a core member on the World Series. It's something that they've tasted a few times over recent years. Mentioned this young experimental side. They've got a World Cup to look forward to in Cape Town. A really, really great program, very admirable. A lot of these guys paying for their own flights when they go to series events or their recent qualifier in the Bahamas. So plenty of dedication. And they're going to look to fight all the way to the end of this one.
Tackle, release White. Backwards.
Well, lost in the contact as he was slung to the floor.
No.
Broken play, tight bodies everywhere. There's just Zimbabwean and Jamaican carcasses in this narrow 15-metre channel. Tough call on the extra roll.
Yeah.
Really tough call. It felt like it was his momentum that took that roll. But in good fashion of sevens, a simple error, a simple mistake can convert into tries and points.
And Ryan Masumi is just the man to do it. The short, dynamic, hot stepper shows a turn of pace. It was the big dummy, and then he had the wheels to finish the job.
Number 8, yellow.
Yeah, all started from the
8
quick
yellow.
tap, quick thinking, knowing that Jamaica won't be back. Exploit the space that he has. And a lovely show and go. Just what you want to see. Ball in two hands. Make the defenders guessing where you're going. Here, looks at the referee. Quick tap. Big show here. Two hands on the ball. Suddenly Turner doesn't know if he's going to pass, he's going to run. And then he's left for dead.
Yes, you can play.
I think that tap came off the belly of a Jamaican player and back into his hands. I've never ever seen that before.
Robbie, go! Good.
Well, the turnover's good. It's tired bodies and tired minds as well for the Jamaicans now. The Cheetahs, Zimbabwe, to their credit, have been utterly ruthless.
Perfect.
All embodied by Tinawo's hat-trick. 3 touches, 3 scores. Here's another one for the Africans. Yep, you guys are number 1 in this match. Zimbabwe wrap the game up with 1 try extra. And they've done all they can now to put themselves in the best place to potentially qualify as a best 3rd place through that try from Munopa Muneta.
Yeah, superb finish again.
10 seconds.
Just talked about keeping the width, being patient with the ball, skill set being on the money. It's all well and good having speedsters on the outside, but if the catch and pass isn't on the money, then makes it a really difficult job. But what a clinical performance. 36-5, their first win of this tournament.